Oh, it's looking a little too far up. There we go. So yesterday I did go out a little bit to take out some pictures or to take some pictures, and for the most part, it came out good. I mean, nothing too crazy, just like a couple pictures on the street. I didn't go to the beach or anything like that. Just like very local, but it feels a little weird now, just having like this much freedom. Um, I don't know. It just kind of throws me off a little bit. But yesterday I was supposed to go to the gym, but I kind of fell asleep. I was gonna go like around 10 p.m. and I don't know why, like just a sudden wave of like exhaustion just hit me, and then I just kind of laid down and knocked out. So it's currently 5 a.m. and still doing arms, but since today is technically supposed to be a rest day, I just count that as yesterday, and then tomorrow will be legs. I'm just trying not to mess up the rotation too much. Oh. 50 pounds. Usually I would try to go up to like 55, but I think more reps will be better for today. Oh, fuck. I don't know. Oh, man. I do feel good. I just feel a little groggy. You know, I kind of just woke up. I just woke up, showered, and fucking headed over here. It was weird though. So I guess I knocked out with my fucking speakers on, and I don't know how, I don't know who, but I woke up to like some kind of Mexican music. I couldn't tell what it was saying because I just woke up. I was all disoriented, but it just threw me. I was like, "Who the fuck put this music on?" Like I didn't. It was weird. I thought it was a party outside, and so I checked my fucking speaker, and it was like on low volume, fucking playing some Mexican music. I was so confused. But one more set of the 50s. I was debating whether to go up to 55, but I think this will be good for today. After this, I'm gonna see what I can do for some triceps. I try not to do like dumbbell center tricep workouts because of my elbows, but if it's necessary, I'll do it. Just keep it lightweight. Oh. It's a little busy. It's a little more busy than I expected. I thought I was gonna be kind of dead considering it's like 5 a.m. But I guess people are trying to get their workouts in before work. I usually got mine afterwards, so. Okay. Yes. Okay. need to flip this around. Or do what I used to do. There you go. I'm trying to like figure out the best way to fucking configure my mic on my person. Just because like I know my fucking beard is hitting the grill of it and making a lot of noise. Fuck. Man, I've been trying to like figure out what to do with my free time lately. And like gaming just isn't cutting anymore. I feel like I'm wasting a lot of time just playing games. Which I am. I'll be completely honest. I really am. And yeah, I want to do school, but I'm not like super ambitious about it. It's kind of a means to an end. Like I'm not very passionate about my classes right now. And I don't know, I'm in like a weird gray zone where I have a lot of options. I just don't know what I want to like fully commit to. School, photography, start a business with one of my friends, school, like my job. And yeah, I could choose multiple things, but then I feel like I'm not putting my 100 into anything, you know? Which I'm still doing right now while I'm being indecisive. So it's a weird cycle of just not doing shit, being useless, and then that leading to more not doing shit. At least I have the gym. Kind of keep my mind a little clear, at least. Have some kind of order. Yeah, I feel like I'm just in a weird spot right now. I just have to figure it out for myself. In fact, this happens to a lot of people. Not this exact scenario, but the idea of like trying to figure out what your next move is or what your permanent move is going to be. Just gotta think about it. Don't think about it too hard, but at the same time, you don't want to be reckless. That's the hard part. It's like the balance. Yeah. Because I guess you could say I'm a pessimist. I think about all the bad things that can happen first. Like worst case scenarios. Like if I go move up in my job, I'm in charge now, and something bad happens, and I'm out of there. Oof. Or I go into a startup business, and it just completely fails. Or, you know, just like things like that. I think of the worst case scenario first, and I feel like that's what's holding me back. And it's something I can't really control. I mean, it just kind of happens. So I just need to keep a clear mind right now. I'm gonna do some shoulders. Cycles. Amphetamine, I'm marinate on my mind. You know that I'll be high if I just make it clean. So Weirdo Flies started at 30, which felt pretty good. Felt solid. But now I'm jumping up to 50, which is a little heavier. I'm not gonna lie, this is probably gonna hurt a little more. I'm not gonna be able to do 10 reps. That's 6. Fuck. Fuck. One more. Fuck. Whew, I gotta be careful. I don't want to strain my shoulder doing that. Oh shit. There we go. Anyways, it's shoulder press. Started at 1 plate, jumped up to 2 plates. Probably should have jumped up to a plate 25 or something like that, but I feel like two plates move pretty easily. I already did it for 1 set, so I'm gonna just record 1 more set. So dude just whatever. Dude loads up 3 plates on the fucking incline. He does like half a rep, not even half, dog. He barely bends his elbows. He racks it. He takes off 1 plate on each side and just leaves the other 2 plates on the bar. What the fuck? What's the thought process? Okay. Look, I was thinking about it, and between my education and work, I know my mom would have wanted me to take my education seriously and, have work secondary, because, like, I'm looking back, right? My brother, my dad, they're both workaholics. Like, if they're not working, they're doing something like equivalent to working, which is perfectly fine, But there has to be some kind of work-life balance, And I don't want to spend my life constantly working at a job I don't enjoy or a job I'm not very passionate about. So I think it's better if I take my education seriously, go into a career path I really like, and just take that seriously as much as possible until I get a job I actually enjoy. I've always liked managing and counting and, like money and stuff like that. So that's why I wanted to go into accounting. So I think I'll take that seriously. Get some kind of I don't know, some kind of job in that. I feel like that'd be cool. Or if things go even better, go into photography. I've always wanted to do it. I just I'm just not experienced. I think that's what I'm gonna do. You know, one more set, just because I finally made up my mind. I don't know, I'm still second guessing my decision. I'm gonna be honest. Look, I feel like every guy goes through this. Like they want to do what's best for the people they love, but at the same time, the people they love wants them to do something else that's better for them. So it's like, fuck, man. Like with the homie, his thought process is straight because he has one priority: taking care of his family. So he has a kid and a wife, well, basically a wife, and his only thought process is, I need to support my child, which is completely fine. I completely get that. It's his kid, so he's taking as many shifts as he can. He's doing anything he needs to do to like work, and at this point he kind of just gave up on furthering his education. Not that he didn't want to or he doesn't think it's valuable. It's not his priority, which I completely understand. Everybody has their own situation. For me, I have that option. The fact that I have that option is what's fucking me up right now. I'm very indecisive, bro. Like, I don't know if other guys kind of have the same thought process or not. I don't know if I'm fucking on my own on this one or what, but I can never really. I need advice from other people, and that's the problem. It's hard for me to be like commit to my own decisions. All right, to further, you know, kind of lay out this dilemma I'm having. I'm first generation, meaning that my parents are illegal immigrants. I was born here, but my parents were not, making me first generation. So it kind of they don't explicitly tell you, or like I don't know. I feel like a lot of first generation Latinos go through this, but they feel like they have a responsibility to help their parents, in terms of money, because they can't, like, for me, I always think like, damn, my dad and my mom really risked their lives, because keep in mind, they didn't really do it legally, but they really risked their lives to come to this country, and they worked their ass off. My dad, my mom, they both worked their ass off, paying taxes, fucking dealing with legal documents they never even fucking. They had to adapt to a whole new society, basically, just for me and my siblings. And it just feels like it's my responsibility to help them as much as possible. And so for me, the problem is, what's going to be more help? Me furthering my education and possibly finding a job, or fully committed to the job that I already have that's paying a pretty good amount. You know, I'm getting paid like 25 right now an hour, which in Cali, I mean, it really just goes down to like maybe 18 in other areas, which is still good. Don't get me wrong, like 25 an hour is really fucking good, but we're gonna get a pay raise to go up to 30. So it's like, fuck, man. Do I stick with the short term, or like the short term gain, like just, or do I invest my time into education for the possibility of having an even better job, And it's that dilemma that's like really fucking me up right now. So, you know, I'm pretty sure a lot of first generation Latinos have that issue where they feel like they need to help their family in some way. Because if I could, I mean, I would get my mom anything she wants. She deserves it, man. Trust me, like the amount of work my parents put in. More my mom, if anything. But yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna finish this up. One more set. My camera died on the last set. I need to charge my batteries, man. None of them are 100%. Oh man, I'm making it harder than it should be on myself. Honestly, I really am. I really am. Because with the pay, it'll equate to like $800 a week. But if I stay how I am right now, I'd probably be lucky to get 3 to 4, which will cover the bills. I mean, I won't be able to save or spend anything, but at least the bills will be paid. I'm gonna think about it. Oh, fuck. Okay, I'm gonna switch over to biceps. Honestly, I'm trying to be a little more open in these videos because, you know, I have a lot of thought behind, or there's a lot of thought process, not in terms of working out, but just in terms of life when it comes to my own. And I don't know if I should be sharing all of this because it does feel a little too personal. Obviously, I'm not trying to give too much details or anything, but I don't know. I feel like I should be a little more open in these videos. I struggle to do that, honestly. I struggle to be open with anybody. I don't know. The past couple of days, I just been kind of like reflecting on myself and kind of really thinking about my future, myself as a person, my past actions, and something needs to change. Something definitely needs to change. I don't know what it is yet, but I'm trying to recognize that I'm my own problem at this point. It's kind of harsh to say, but it's true. Okay. I was trying not to make the people next to me uncomfortable. Because I did want to start recording myself, but I didn't want to put them in frame, which is why it's at this angle. But I could fix it afterwards. What was that, 4 reps with the right? I'll do 4 reps with the left. Honestly, it's not a bad angle. It just feels a little too close. But I don't know. I enjoy the gym because it's a nice place to like really like slow down, think about things. And, you know, by focusing on the workout, you have time in between sets to think about it, but you don't have too much time, so you kind of force yourself to snap out of the thought process and then work out and then snap back in. And it kind of gives you a fresh perspective. It's kind of like you forget about the problem, then you reintroduce yourself to the problem and you think about it again. Yeah, similar to that. But I'm starting to feel a little more calm now, less stressed. Talking to myself about it too also kind of helps out a lot. So, you know, just having the camera to have something to focus on when talking kind of really helps. So, I mean, even though you guys aren't recording or really like paying attention, thanks for listening to what I'm saying, because it does help out to like speak about it. Okay, that's it for today. That's it for arm day. I was trying, Jesus. I was trying to be a little more open today, so you guys know what's going on in my head, what's going on in my life, kind of. Try not to give too many specifics. I don't want to get too personal. But yeah, man, I'm just scared of the future, man. That's all that is. And to be fair, who isn't? Some people might be excited but anxious. Other people might be terrified. I'm just uneasy, you know. I just don't want anything bad to happen. That's it. I appreciate you guys watching though. If you got to this point, I mean, I appreciate it, man. It feels like I'm more venting than anything. I'm just trying to weigh my options out and really think about it for myself. Like, what's the best course of action here? Because there's not always going to be a best. There's going to be what's good, what's best for you, and what's best for other people. And I don't know whether I should be selfish or selfless. For some people, everything's already laid out for them. But for others, gotta figure it out all for themselves. For me, it's like a little bit in between. It's nice and cloudy. I like it cloudy. Some gloomy shit. Nah. I mean, I like it when it's sunny. I just don't like it when it's hot, you know? I don't like sweating profusely.
But yeah, I mean, honestly, I have nothing else to talk about. I kind of said everything I wanted to say already. That's about it. Let's analyze the workouts. So I started with supinated bicep curls, which is honestly a staple of mine. I fucking love that movement. It's super reliable. It hits the biceps really nicely, and it feels good for the ego. Because if you go heavy, then it looks and feels cool. Um, which I feel like a lot of people don't put that into account. Like, not only should it be effective and should it be efficient, but it should also make you feel good. It should make you feel strong and want you to continue working out. Because if you're doing some weird ass movement, you just feel weird doing it, even though it might be a really good movement. It kind of throws you off a little bit. So, it's not that it's necessary for the workout to make you feel good or make you feel strong or look strong or look cool or whatever the fuck you wanna feel. But it is a nice touch. So that's why I like regular bicep curls. They just make me feel really, really strong. That's it. Buddy, you could go. Buddy, you could go. Buddy, you can go. You can go. There you go. He was making a wide ass turn. No wonder. But after that, what I do after that? Tricep extensions. I'm pretty sure, which I was surprised that I was able to get at all. I'm pretty sure I did tricep extensions with the rope, which I felt super strong on. Honestly, it felt really smooth, felt really nice. My elbows weren't hurting at all. It just felt all around like a really good movement. I was really trying to pause at the bottom of the rep, just try to get the most squeeze at it. I didn't pause for too long, obviously, but I did like go down, stop for like a second, and then went back up. So that's all I did. It wasn't like an exaggerated pause, but it was a slight pause in there. After that was the rear delt flies, which I feel like I need to keep it with the low weight because, yeah, I was able to do 50 pounds, but it just felt really odd. I felt like I was bending my elbows more and using a little more triceps than I would have liked. So I definitely need to probably just keep it on a low weight, just keep it with high reps. I know the shoulders, they don't need much stimulus, or they don't need like super heavy weight. It's obviously nice to do that once in a while, but it's not necessary. Honestly, it all depends on how your body reacts to it, and I feel like I react better, especially for my shoulders, with lighter weight, higher reps. Mainly because my shoulders are a weak point of mine. Like, not in terms of strength, but in terms of like durability. I feel like my shoulders will snap, like if I go too crazy with the weight. So I rather just keep it kind of moderate, light to moderate weight, just to prevent any injuries or any like discomfort that might come from the movement. After that, what I do after that? Oh, the shoulder press machine, which that's where I was starting to like really think about on my like my choices. So that one I did take a little longer on because I was in deep thought in between sets. So it took me a little longer, which gave me time to recover, which is completely fine. It's if you rest for like 3 minutes, that's not bad. Once you push 5 to like 5 and over, that's maybe a little too long of a rest. So I feel like 3 minutes is like the sweet spot for like if you really want to fully rest up before each set. 3 minutes would probably be the sweet spot for you, but that should probably be the max too. That's like no more than 3 minutes, because then at that point you're just like cooling down. So yeah, I was doing pretty long rests in between, but it was perfectly fine. I was able to rep out the 2 plates for a good amount of reps. I think it was like 6 or 7 reps, which is good. It's not, you don't always want to go over 10. But yeah, it felt really solid, really nice. I do like the machine more than free weight because of like my shoulder problems. So it just helps like feel more stable and feel more secure, and just feel like I'm not gonna tear my shoulder off when I go all the way down. After that, I did the tricep machine. So that machine, honestly, the one here in Downey, that one feels surprisingly good. The other ones at the other gyms, I forgot what other gym I tried it at, but it just felt really off. I feel like this one has more of an angle to it. It's a deeper angle, steeper kind of pad, so it doesn't feel as weird. The other ones kind of felt too straight. So instead of my elbows being like to my sides, they were like more in front of me, and it just felt really weird. So I do like this one at Downey. I really do like it. I'm able to get a pretty good squeeze at the bottom and pretty deep stretch at the top. So, I do like that machine. And then from there, single arm bicep curls, which they felt really good. Don't get me wrong, they felt really good, but I feel like at that point I was starting to burn out, starting to get pretty tired. The pump was already pretty like fading a little bit. So it didn't feel amazing, but it felt good. It was there, I was still able to see my bicep a good amount. The pump was still somewhat there, but by the end of the pump was gone. The pump has been depleted, has been tapped out. So felt good. After that, I didn't record it, but I did the forearm curls on the cable. They didn't have the single handle attachment, so I had to use the close grip attachment, which felt really weird because the single handle attachment, it has like a rotating middle part, so you're able to twist with it without the whole thing twisting. It's just that one little bearing. But with the close grip attachment, it doesn't have that, so kind of like the whole thing kind of twists. So what I was doing is I was having a loose grip. That way, my my wrists will like kind of like my hand will twist around the grip. So yeah, that felt pretty good. Yeah, that was it. That was it for today. It is currently 6:30. Damn, it's 6:30? Holy shit! I could have swore I left the house at like 4. It's currently 6:30. I have noticed I've been eating less, and my diet hasn't, or my appetite hasn't been as big as late. So I do feel slightly less bloated and less like heavy, which I like. Yeah. But anyways, I'll catch you guys. Stay safe. Appreciate all the support. And yeah, I hope being a little more open in these videos kind of like encourages people to watch the videos in its entirety. Fuck, man, that's like a tongue twister to me. Anyways, peace out.